Hello, survivors, hi, family, and friends. This is Roy from Bootsie Sweettarts Guide to Life and Other Disappointing Experiences with another fourth Art Saturday video hop organized by Meri Abrams. This month's theme is Make Some Art using the theme of animals. So, no more monkey business for us. Let's get to it. Well, I hope you had fun with that. I did, playing with the green screen and some fabric. This is the May segment of the Fourth Art Saturday video hop organized by Meri Abrams, the Meri Atelier on YouTube. And I'll have a link to her YouTube channel as well as the links to all of the artists and craftspeople who are participating in this video hop. Please check them out and just go down the list. It's a lot of fun because this month the theme was very simple. It was just the theme of animals. Animals. And anyone who knows me, I'm kind of into the bear scene here. I've got bears all over. But more importantly, for this particular challenge, I wanted to share with you my love of fabric. And in this case, animal print fabrics. I have so many. And they're beautiful. Here's polar bears. This is all 100% cotton. I love this one. You'll see in a minute that at some point I'm going to make a backpack out of that. Here are some wolves. This here is one of my favorites. So I bought a lot. A lot of times I can only get like a yard or sometimes even remnants. And then I have some fabric with animals that are whole cloth kind of fabrics where they're big panoramas and they're not as busy as something like this. Is this adorable? This is so cute. Another bear pattern. This is beautiful. The colors are beautiful. But I'm not limited to bears. We have chickens and roosters. This was supposed to be the theme for our kitchen, so I bought a lot of this, but turned out we never needed it. This is beautiful horses. I'm up, you can't tell, you can't really see how high I am. This is adorable. Is this one cute for you dog lovers? And I am a dog lover. Oh, I have more of this. I better make stuff with this. Give it away. And I have doggies. Okay, cat lovers, you're going to love this one. This is a big print. Beautiful. Here's sort of a jungle theme. Again, they're very big, so you can't do small projects with these. Your projects have to revolve around something that, like a tote bag or, even a garment or something, a pillowcase. This is for the kids. We have our animals there. I want you to know that I'm right up the top of my neck, so this is almost a foot tall. This you recognize. Now I only have a little of this, and it made for a nice fussy cut project you'll see in a minute. Here are some little teeny mice. Here are some beautiful baby teddy bears. They're kind of upside down, aren't they? Oh my goodness, they're right here in front of me. Oh, is this beautiful? But now this is a animal theme revolving around the holidays. So it has a limited use because it's very Christmassy. Here's some juvenile kid prints. I have more. I'm not showing it all. This one, I love this one. Oops. I love that. Pretty, right? I use one of these images and you'll see in a minute. And the last of my show and tell is this cat fabric, which I just almost finished a project with that. So what do I make with this animal fabric? Here's a backpack that I made years and years ago out of the bear fabric. It's mine. It's aged very well, but it has aged. And it's a big printed bear pattern. I've redesigned it, and this is my current backpack. Oops, the table is shaking. And I use that adorable teddy bear, baby teddy bear. And I made a face mask to match. So I'm all coordinated for COVID. God, oh, please go away, COVID. I make handbags. Here's I made with the bear fabric. These are all my personal things. The others I've given away or sold. This is a passport travel. This is a passport travel pouch that fits under my shirt, and it's got pockets and things to store money and receipts. This is something I'm working on finishing up almost. That beautiful cat fabric. It's just a simple zippered pouch, almost like it'll be the size of a wristlet when it's done. It's very pretty. No pockets. This is very simple. So I do things like that with fabric and animal prints. But sometimes I can't get big swatches of yarn, big yardage. So I go to the remnants. You know, this kind of fabric, this novelty fabric, can be expensive. And, you know, you get a fat quarter or even less than that. Look at this. This is adorable, but it's a small fat quarter. I can't do too much with this. So what I do is I have my trusty little bag of frames here. I fussy cut the animal out, and I have different size frames to see. Now see, this would be a perfect if I isolated. I almost saw Henrietta Hippo. If I isolate Henrietta Hippo, she's cute. So just cut that out, and that becomes a focal point to let's show here what I mean by that. Here's a tiny one. I had this fabric here. Get this out of the way. And I used a frame to frame it, to frame an image that I wanted. And now if I have a very small amount of this fabric, I have extended its usefulness beyond, because I can now make something surrounding this, like this frame, and then add this to a bigger project. And I can put them together. And part of this video is showing you how a quick way to do that. So that's what I do with that. And here's a piece of fabric with that was a remnant with a very small print on it. Now he's small, and I wound up making a square like that, but I used a very small frame. This is a 1.5-inch frame, so it's very tiny. This is the Logic Capture software, which I'm not very fond of. And part of the video is OBS for those who are interested. So anyway, let me show you how I do this with animal fabric. And it's so much fun because it does extend any little pieces of fabric you have, even if it's a small remnant. You can take advantage of the artwork of whoever designed the fabric. And there's just so much of it. Here's another one I did. I'm almost done with it. I took that beautiful cat. Here's another one I did. I took that beautiful cat fabric and highlighted it. Here's that Christmas fabric, kitty Christmas fabric. And this now doesn't look quite as Christmassy. So I extended the use of the fabric with that. And the fun I had with this fabric, this was the fabric I started with. This is the bigger frame. And I had to fuss with it and use it as a triangle to make it fit. Now, let me show you what I did with this. So I thought it might be fun to show how I isolate and feature an animal in a frame that's fussy cut. I've chosen a quilt block called a diamond in the square. Some people call it square in a square. And I've used an old product of mine, Electric Quilt 5. It allows you to design your own quilt block. And here I have a traditional paper pieced pattern that I'm going to use for my project. I'm able to print 2 patterns on a sheet of paper, so it's kind of conservationist, and simply print them out, and then I cut them out. I also asked Electric Quilt to print out the templates, even though we're not going to use templates. But I want to make sure that I don't waste material, and I want to make sure that my pieces are big enough to fit the pattern. Now the first thing to do is to cut out the pattern, and I use a tracing wheel to darken the pattern lines so they can be seen from both sides. This is heavier paper than I prefer, but you have to be able to see your lines. And then I cut out, over cut out, extra fabric. The only real big piece is the triangle. So on my light box, I situate the piece that's center. Here I use some glue stick. And I match up the seam allowance and start sewing. I'll have a video, a couple of them in the future, how I do some of the other quilt blocks in a paper piecing format. It's kind of fun. This is one of my favorite things to do. You see how fast I am at it. Oh my goodness, it's haircut time. You simply stay on the line, and because I used the tracing wheel and perforated it, the paper comes off very, very easily. Finally, you get your little centerpiece completed. And square it up in the end. Now I'm going down to the seam allowance. The program also prints the cutting lines and the seam allowances. And there is this little playful monkey. Well, I'm back with my OBS instead of Logic Capture. that was an effort in futility. It could be a good product. They gotta tweak it. Anyway, this was my end result in addressing the theme animals. And all kinds of projects are going to come from this. Here is the beginnings. I have it almost all pieced out here of a lovely tote handbag, and our little star appears on one side of it. So the handbag will stand up like this. This will be one side, and this will be the other side, and it will be zippered. And how could you pass up this adorable little monkey? Well, Meridel, thank you for this theme. It was a lot of fun for me, and it's right up my alley because I can make something really functional and pretty out of it. Please look in the description box below and see the other crafters and artists. And they're doing beautiful work, beautiful work. And come back next month. Better yet, subscribe to my channel and come back often, as I'll be doing a variety of crafting videos, as well as some lifestyle videos of living here on Long Island, New York. Thank you, Meridel. Thank you for those of you who've stuck with this video. And as I always say, be safe, be smart, stay well, and bye for now.